No, we're going to talk about the play.
Yeah.
The play, which is currently running in New York City, of Diary of a Teenage Girl.
Yeah.
Based on the graphic novel by Miss Gloeckner.
Uh-huh.
And I was wondering what your involvement in the adaptation was, if any, or how they approached you to do the play.
Well, how did they approach me? No, I wasn't really involved, except to the extent that the woman who approached me about the play, see, people had approached me about making a movie, right? Several directors. Mm-hmm. And like a fool, because I guess I'd be rich or something, if I had accepted any of those, I didn't want them to do it because should this even be on video?
Well, I mean, were you nervous about how they do it, a Hollywoodization of your book?
I wasn't thinking Hollywoodization. I just knew the ending.
Mm-hmm.
The ending was just something I didn't like. So, but anyway, when Marielle Heller, who adapted the book, when she approached me, it just seemed so ridiculous. Like, how could they possibly make a play? So, a film I could imagine, but not a play.
Yeah, which is actually, that's what a conundrum for myself. I haven't seen it yet. I'm actually going to go next week, but I...
So I said, yeah, so I just felt like, what the hell? Let her do it. I couldn't even imagine what she could possibly come up with.
And it works?
Yeah, it works.
Cool. Did they contact you? Yeah, contact you? Did they say, why? Do you mind if we tweak this, or if we do anything else? Are there any changes, or is it like pretty much a direct adaptation of the book?
Well, it's not a direct adaptation of the book in the sense that it couldn't. The whole book couldn't be in there, right? Yeah. But I think it has the same feeling as the book. It ends up leaving the same impression. Did you read the book?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think
you walk out of the play feeling, well, it's not necessarily a happy, fun book. It's got its moments, but...
Right. It was strange for me because I wrote the book, and the book was based on things I'd experienced, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, you can't transcribe life, but, you can interpret it and fictionalize it. I mean, any kind of history is fiction anyway, but for me to see other people embodying these characters who were based on people I know, it was bizarre.
Yeah, it must be wild.
Yeah, and the first time I saw it, I felt like I was going to cry. I mean, because it was just...
Is that you're so close to the characters, and the characters, but also they're real people in your life, from your life, so I can imagine...
But at the same time, even though they are, like the character that's Minnie, I mean, you could say that's me, but it's not me, because I kind of have separated from it, even as I was doing it, because you have to. You can't be writing it about yourself. At least I couldn't. I would never be very generous.
It'd be hard to be honest with the character too.
Right, and I didn't like myself when I was a teenager. And to write a book like that, you have to try to like the character, or else everyone else is going to hate the character. So I kind of separated from the character in order to try to imagine it as any girl, and you can like any girl, but you couldn't like me, like that, right?
What do you think of the lady portraying Minnie in the film?
She's great.
She's knocking it out of the park?
Yeah, she's really good, yeah.
Awesome.
Really good, yeah.
What are your current projects? What are you doing these days?
Well, for the past 7 years, I guess it is now, I've been going to Ciudad Juarez, Mexico, which is right across the border from El Paso, and I was initially asked to go there by some actress who wanted to do something for Amnesty International, which I did. I don't know what I'm talking to, because I'm looking at it.
It's okay.
Okay, I know.
Okay. Not even here. Not even here. Talk to Jeff.
Okay. Anyway, I went down to Mexico 7 years ago to write a story about some dead Mexican girls. Okay? So then I meet all of these families whose teenage daughters have been murdered. And I was supposed to choose one and write a story. And I go down there, I had never seen such poverty. I mean, you see poverty all the time, but this is a different type of poverty. I mean, poor people in New York City don't usually, make their own houses out of cardboard boxes and actually live in them for 12 years, you know, with their 12 kids. I mean, it was just different. And I felt like I did a story for Amnesty. Did you get that book in here? What's it called? With Joe Sacco. What was it called?
Footnotes from Gaza?
No.
Which one?
I Live Here.
I Live Here, yes.
Yeah, okay. So I did something in that book.
Okay.
And that was about Juarez. But since then, I just have gone down there several times a year, and I got like a really good fellowship to work on it. And
Ooh, you know what would be awesome?
no.
I actually, when you were signing, we just got done with a signing with Phoebe for her book. When you were signing, I went to check to see if there are any mail orders, and thankfully I did, because one actually came in for your book. Can I get that book? And they actually they left a little note that was saying, "I'm glad I checked the mail orders, otherwise this wouldn't have gone through. Please have Phoebe personalize it. This is the message to you now. You're fab. I'm going to see the play next month, and your drawings and storytelling are amazing."
Oh, that's so great.
Yeah.
Dana?
For Dana, yeah. So
That's nice.
this is the personalization part there, Dana.
Right. Huh. Okay. Am I supposed to? That's really nice, Dana.
I just wanted to see that.
That's great. I'm delighted.
So yeah, I don't know.
That's so cool.
It's funny. I was listening to the people who actually came in, and you know that I've actually heard, regardless of our signing here, just we've been selling the book for years. That end a child's life they're somewhat inspirational for people. I mean, how do you react to that? I mean, I watched you react to it. It's pretty good. Yeah, actually, you were.
Yeah, I don't know. It makes me really happy, but it is kind of a schizophrenic thing, because when you write something that is very personal, you really do separate from it, because if there's this matter of like exposing yourself. So if you write things like I write, right? If other people look at it, they think, "Oh, you're so brave. How could you expose blah blah blah?" But it's not a matter of bravery. It's like the process is really one of this separating from yourself in order to get this point of view. It's almost like suicide in a sense.
Yeah.
It's like, do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're
it's like
taking
you
out-
can't exist in order to write about yourself.
Yeah, you're separating yourself from the work, because it actually is work too, right?
yeah.
You're trying to convey a story. I mean, you've got to detach yourself from any kind of art, because it's not that art. It's just
Right, because
like Twitter
it's
otherwise,
artifice.
you know?
It's artifice. It's right, and that's another thing. It's like we have so much information at our fingertips about everyone, but in the end, you don't know anything because it's too much. So it's like what art is. I think it's getting harder in a sense. It's making sense of life.
I think I'm going to wrap it up.
Okay.
But I was going to ask you, do you have any plans to come out with a new book anytime soon, or next
Yeah, I do.
year or two? Yeah? Gonna wrap you've been working on that project for a couple of years now.
Yes, I have.
Yeah.
So that should come out, I would say, in 2 years exactly.
That'd be great. I'm looking forward to it. I really dig your work, so it's nice to see stuff come out. And so with that, I'm going to leave you. Thanks for coming, Phoebe.
Oh, thank you for having me.
I'm really thrilled to have you here. It's really cool.
Yeah, it was really cool to be here, and thank you for indulging me and answering some questions about yourself.
There we go.
And you have a strong handshake. Right, yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Have a good one.
Bye, Travis.